Johann Wolfgang Döbereiner. Johann Wolfgang Döbereiner, a German chemist, was born on 3rd December 1780. He was the first known chemist to recognize periodic patterns. He was known best for his work of the periodic law for the chemical elements and for inventing the first lighter, which was known as the Döbereiner's lamp. As a coachman's son, Döbereiner had little opportunity for formal schooling. He began as a pharmacist's apprentice in 1794 and later practiced pharmacy, where he set up as a manufacturer of chemicals. He was married to Clara Knapp and started a small business manufacturing white lead, sugar of lead, and other pigments and drugs. For a time, he conducted an institute for teaching practical chemistry. Then he joined a textile company and set about improving dyeing processes. The Napoleon Wars ruined him. He studied at the University of Vienna and eventually became a professor for the University of Vienna in 1810. He then became a supervisor of science instruction. He also studied chemistry at Strasbourg. He remained at the university until his death on March 24, 1849. As the number of elements increased, chemists inevitably began to find patterns in their properties. In 1817, Johann Wolfgang Döbereiner began to formulate one of the earliest attempts to classify the elements. Döbereiner's chief contribution to chemistry, however, was the result of his examination of the weights of the chemical elements, work which aided in the development of Mendeleev's periodic table of all the non-elements. In 1829, Johann Wolfgang Döbereiner discovered the existence of families of elements with similar chemical properties. He grouped them by appearance, other physical properties, and reactivity. Because there always seemed to be 3 elements in these families, he called them triads. Moreover, the densities for some of these triads followed a similar pattern. These sets of elements was known as Döbereiner's triads. Some of the triads that were classified by Döbereiner are chlorine, bromine, and iodine, calcium, strontium, and barium, nitrogen, phosphorus, and arsenic, lithium, sodium, and potassium. In all of the triads, the atomic weight of the middle element was almost exactly the average of the atomic weights of the other 2 elements. This gave other scientists a clue that relative atomic masses were important when arranging the elements. The main limitation of Döbereiner's classification of elements was that he failed to arrange all the then known elements in the form of triads of elements having similar chemical properties. Döbereiner could identify only 3 triads. He was not able to prepare triads of all the then known elements. For very low mass or very high mass elements, the law was not holding good. Döbereiner was died at the age of 68 on 24th March 1849.